Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League
back.
Season 16, Week 1. Today, we've got the Fuck Karmers under Cranberry Sprite, taking on Boys a Feeder Part 2 under Roxyroro. Of course, nobody's actually doing a theme this season really, so it's
10
just going to be
seconds
the
remaining.
Cranberry and
Radiant
Roxyroro
keeping back.
teams. With me here today, we have Gotham, all the way from Gotham. How's it going, Gotham?
Going great. Gotham is also great. Beautiful weather here today.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what does the G in Gotham G Rock stand for?
10 seconds remaining.
It's a first name and last name, Gotham Grok.
5 seconds
Oh,
remaining.
okay. I thought it was a first name, middle
Team
initial,
back.
last name. Okay, got it.
I can see how you might think that.
Radiant team ban.
Interesting bands going around here. Coddle Timbersaw knocked out for Holiday and Cranberry Sprite, respectively, from the Roxyroro lineup. Cranberry Sprite taking it right to Adam. Banning him out in the first phase, which
10
it's a
seconds
little daring,
remaining.
I gotta say. More than likely, out of on Bismarck will be this team's mid, and I assume he's just trying to sweeten up that mid about as much as he can.
It's really interesting to see Otto banning out one of his own signature heroes.
Yeah, that's
The
true,
Wind
but
Ranger.
I think they don't have first picks, so they gotta ban some meta
10
nonsense.
seconds remaining.
I don't know if Windrunner is enough of a scary thing in the hands of non-pro
5
players that
seconds
you have to ban
remaining.
it out first phase, but certainly...
Even the pros are letting it through. You can deal with it through bans with either Shadow Demon or any hero with a Dispel. Bloodseeker is really good.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are definitely some heroes that you can use to knock it out, but even if you want to say, I don't want to play against the Windrunner, I do think, yeah, it's very risky to let it go first, and I don't know if the LD2L tier players are really running Windrunner scary enough. Like, there's one guy in this match that I think runs the Windrunner scary enough to be thinking about first phase, and that's the man who banned it. Spirit Breaker,
Right.
first up. Lots of Spirit Breakers
10
recently.
seconds remaining.
Everybody likes the funny cow again.
5 seconds
I mean, I tend to
remaining.
think this hero's a bit of a bait because it can often
Radiant
leave
team
you out of position, or you leap into 5 heroes who just kill you before your team can help you out.
Didn't you pick that
But-
hero like 10 times back in Season 12?
Yeah, hence why I think it's a bit of a bait.
There we go. It's a bait in the hands of Gotham, at the very least.
10 seconds remaining.
Crystal Main, first up here on the Cranberry Sprite
5
lineup.
seconds remaining.
But if there is a hero that's going to die almost immediately
Dire
to a
team
Spirit Breaker charge, it's that blue lady right there.
Nyx Assassin's going to be quite a bit tougher to deal with, on the other hand. I like the Nyx pick here. I feel like... I don't want to say Nyx is getting slept on in this patch, because I see him getting picked a lot, at least in the LD2L circuit. I don't see a lot of people talking about him, though. It's like maybe he's everybody's secret weapon or something?
5
I don't know.
seconds remaining.
Universal heroes are OP.
There we go. They're the most OP heroes in the universe.
I know there are LD2Lers who are running Nyx in pubs with like 75% win rate.
Yeah.
There's a couple of different ways to build it. You can build it as a core with like treads and echo, harpoon, manta, like all those universal items. Or you can just get a phylactery and Dagon and go to town. Now,
Just up here.
this is a hero that Nyx counters quite strongly, actually. The ultimate on Nyx takes away more than half of Medusa's mana.
You know what? You want to know the sad thing? Nyx still doesn't have an above 50% win rate against her.
Dire team ban.
I mean, Medusa's kind of, busted. There aren't really too many ways to answer it.
Yeah, it is legitimately. There's 2 positive win rates in the game: Anti-Mage, Darkseer, in pubs, in like an LD2L level, I guess. Is maybe
Nobody
the better
plays
way.
Darkseer in LD12.
10
I think
seconds
PVC.
remaining.
Well, no, never mind. When he ran the Darkseer, it was when he ran the Darkseer, he was like, "That was my first time playing Darkseer, so maybe not."
Dire team ban.
And both of those guys are now knocked out here, knocked out of contention. I do
So
like
Cranberry. Go ahead.
every Cranberry Sprite ban is at Adam.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Whereas it looks like
10 seconds remaining.
Outside of the
Adam-
Cobble, every Roxyroro ban has
5
been at
seconds
Cranberry.
remaining.
looks like Adam's picks and bans are more towards the draft itself. You know, what hurts them.
The anti-mage as well, of course, but disproportionate amount of Cranberry Sprite influence in the pool here. It's the tale of one captain versus another guy who's not the captain, but he's doing the
Radiant
draft.
team ban.
I'm really interested. Really surprised we didn't see a Bloodseeker ban there. It counters the Spirit Breaker, and Medusa just likes to stand still, and so Blood Right, you can drop it on top of her and then just right click her to death with Bloodseeker. But
At least
maybe
hypothetically.
They don't think, I mean,
10
maybe
seconds
they don't
remaining.
think the Fog Armors are gonna play the hero.
5
I mean, I think a
seconds
big part of it
remaining.
is that I don't know if I trust the Bloodseeker in particular to deal with Medusa. It is
Radiant
really
team
good
pick.
against Spirit Breaker. It is good against a lot of the heroes that Adam likes in particular, which is interesting. He's doing the pick and ban in here, but he's not. He's thinking more about the other lanes. He's only really banned one thing that people do mid right now, that's Timber Saw, and I'll just give you a hint. If you're an
10 seconds
LD2L,
remaining.
don't do Timber Saw mid. I promise you it's a pros only thing.
5 seconds remaining.
Unless maybe they think Cranberry is going mid, and then Cranberry could at least
potentially.
Timber.
Don't think so. Last time Cranberry did mid in Season 14, he was very unhappy with that situation, so I kind of feel like it's unlikely he runs it back. You remember what the name of the team that was?
Team pick.
That was the grim adventures of Maddie and the boys.
There you go. Or as I always called it on cast, Boys and Maddie, because I always felt like that went with Billy and Mandy better. Sand King coming up here. That's more than likely our Cranberry Sprite pick, though that could also
10
easily be out of on
seconds
Bismarck,
remaining.
who's known to occasionally run that Sand King mid. I assume it's
5
him mid anyway.
seconds remaining.
It's a good flex pick for sure. Sand King doesn't do, like, if that's their off lane and they put the Medusa safe lane here, like, Medusa just has a free lane. Because Sand King's just gonna push creeps at her and she can hit them under tower.
That's true. On the other hand, there's a pretty good chance it's the Sand King mid. 'Cause it's an auto classic, so is equally likely. We just haven't seen what the 3 is yet on the Cranberry lineup.
Dire team pick.
Of course, we've got to have techies. It's likely our Page's hero. You know, it's funny. Right before I was in this, I was in a call with Spaz and Pages, and I was like, Spaz, I'm about to
5
flame the hell out of you
seconds
today. And he was like, what for? And I was like, I don't know, but I'll figure something out. I forgot Pages was in this game. So now I'm going to
She
be
has
flaming them both.
almost 500 games with techies, a 44% win rate.
Nice. I do think that it is kind of easy to make a judgment based on lifetime win rate that might not necessarily be accurate.
Radiant team pick.
I mean, techies is a hero that we haven't seen a lot in, I'll say, in organized captains mode games. Like I've played 1,300 techies games, but I've probably maybe only a dozen in captains mode. And so I'm
Yeah.
not surprised to see she's only played it 3 times and has yet to win a game in
10
captains mode
seconds
with it.
remaining.
Yeah, it's something where it's like the hero
5
goes through so many
seconds
revisions. It's a hero that requires very strong team play. It's not the most surprising thing in the world, so should not. If you're a captain, you should not count it out. I would look at the actual. If you're a captain picking for your team, I would look at actual performances in games, rather than necessarily just the lifetime win rate. Which is a long way of saying don't stop picking the Page's techies, because techies is funny to watch.
Dire
I
team
mean,
ban.
the boys a feeder part 2 are really lacking like a click stun, whereas there's 3 right out of the gate for the fuck armor.
Yeah, really all they've got as far as reliable CC for the most part is, you know, you've got your duel that's up once every million years. It's really just down to Spirit Breaker for the most part, doing their stuns, at least until Medusa builds Ags, and this is like absolutely going to have to be an Ags Medusa game. There's no two ways about it. Either she has to build it or she has to get it off of Roche, but one of those things has to happen, or else this team is never going to catch a Bloodseeker. It's going to be hard pressed to catch even like the Sand King.
Dire team ban.
So the boys of feeder, it doesn't look like they have a lot of team fight. They're just going for pickoffs with the Legion and the Spirit Breaker, and then hope to take towers or maybe, I guess, create some space for the Medusa.
Presumably, yeah. It might be, I mean, Adam plays a lot of those Space Maker type mints, so you might just be seeing one of those come up at the end, but that Bloodseeker there does kind of put an anchor around that idea a little bit. Most of the good heroes that Adam would pick on that description here do kind of get super countered by the Bloodseeker, or are just banned, like all the spirits, for example.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of circles on the ground for the fuck armors right now. With Sand King, Bloodseeker, Crystal Maiden just having huge AoE impact in team fights.
Did you just call her Crystal Nova? That's very reductionist of you.
Sorry, I should have said Riley. Riley.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it is like Riley.
So are there any heroes left in Adam's pool? I don't...
Damn.
10 seconds.
Yeah, Adam does have a fairly narrow pool. I mean, in fairness, he did have to drop 60% of their bans to get rid of it, but...
Like Templar Assassin, maybe? Like, they need something that can do something with their 3 other heroes while Medusa farms.
Radiant team pick.
Well, there you go. You saw the future. I don't know if I like the TA particularly much here. You kind of needed something... Well, you need something that needs a little less money than her in this game, I think. Look at the greed, the sheer greed on this core trio. Especially with that Medusa. You're chaining your cart to this Medusa. That's how you win games with her, but she's going to have to be doing a little competition here. And also, it's another hero that just doesn't have any kind of CC at all.
Barring some Meteor Hammer purchases, though, the fuck armors don't hit towers, so that gives you a lot... that gives you more time to if you just stay on your side of the map.
That's true. I do think Bloodseeker could be an okay tower hitter. He's not the best in the world, but he can at least give it a good shot. But he's going to have to be doing it into the snake, into techies, which can be quite annoying.
I mean, Bloodseeker doesn't want to do anything until he's got Maelstrom BKB, so that's around 17 to 20 minutes. It'll be interesting to see if these teams just stay on their respective side of the maps and farm their items, or if they go for some early engagements.
Early engagements would certainly be the more popular thing right now. Cranberry Sprite gonna go to the last second here to pick whatever there is left to pick. They do have a kind of opaque lineup here so far.
Riki.
It's gonna be Riki. It's another circle.
That's a lot of circles.
Making it a big mystery who Cranberry and Otto are playing.
Do you know much about this Coffee Cat guy? Is this his first season?
He was the most improved player in Season 14. It's a true fact.
Got it.
He was playing Pause 1 for the Kami team, and they started out, the Brothers Against NATO, guided by Allah. They started out having a very rough season, but by the end, Coffee Cat was able to take some charge, get some gumption, and lead to some upsets here. And it'll be a bit interesting to see if that momentum is still going, or if time has rested off a little bit of that.
So this is my early season Smurf alert was triggered by Holiday 1999. He's got 800 games played, and he's ancient. He was,
Nice.
I guess, less than ancient at sign up.
He's been in the league before. He was also in that season. I'm pretty sure he was the one who got pulled in to replace Rabbi. I'm pretty sure. Not Scotty, but I'm pretty sure it was Rabbi on the Iceman team from that season.
I did play with him. Played with him the other day. He did not carry us to victory, so must not be a Smurf.
Well, I mean, he got ancient. Why is this taking so long? There we go. He got ancient by doing one thing particularly well, basically. He's very centered around the Keeper of the Light. He has loads of games on it, he has a very high win rate on it, and he does struggle a little bit when he doesn't get to play it.
For battle.
You know, I'm really excited. I'm excited to see Diva D here playing a core role. I've played a lot of games with Diva.
Yeah, it did not hit me. But yeah, Diva D did 3 for you not that long ago.
You know, whenever he plays core role, he is pretty diligent about, you know, farming his core items, hitting his timings, and then making plays around the map. So if he has a voice on the team and they listen to him, his shot calling could.
Diva D.
Oh dear.
Well,
I guess they didn't listen to him screaming for help.
Yeah. We're already down here. Looks like Cranberry Sprite's going to be on the Sand King this time, which means that your prediction of a Sand King offlane, Sand King Neeks offlane, might come true here. And yeah, I definitely agree with that assessment. It does kind of seem like Spaz still has his Defense of the Flat Earther tag from all the way back in Season 13. Wow. But that was a great team. That was the one that had the Smurf on it.
Right.
Does seem like that will have some problems in this lane. 1 for 3 for the bounty runes as the Cranberry Sprite lineup takes the King's Ransom of them. It does indeed look like, yep, we do have auto mid. Looks like this team basically assembled as I expected it to during the draft. So, running down the gambit here. For the Cranberry Sprite lineup, pause 1 on the Bloodseeker, we have Coffee Cat. Pause 2 on the Ricky, Otto von Bismarck, who's on Team Red Dwarf. Pause 3, captain of the team on the Sand King, you've got Cranberry Sprite. Pause 4, Holiday 1999 on the Nyx Assassin. And pause 5, you've got Spaz is a Spaz, the most cursed player in LD2L history on the Crystal Maiden. And then on the other side of the coin, for the Roxyroro lineup, pause 1, you've got Roxyroro himself, a bit of an unusual role to see him in, playing the Medusa. Pause 1. Pause 2, you have Adam on the Templar Assassin. Pause 3, Diva D on the Legion Commander. Pause 4, you've got Peaches on the Techies. And pause 5, you've got Black Otter on Spirit Breaker. We got funny combat music, so somebody's fighting somewhere, I guess. You can't hear the audio, right?
Yep. I didn't know that an audio change like that signifies combat.
Yep, it's your funny combat music. And usually you don't notice it because it's playing for you in game, and you probably have the music turned off anyway. But when you're watching a replay, it's global, so whenever you hear the funny combat music, it means somebody's fighting somewhere. I don't know what the exact system for it is. It seems a little arbitrary. And Medusa is building both a new magic wand and an old magic wand with 3 branches.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You ever think about how the fact that they really haven't changed the benefits that you get from randomings since the original intent of here's half of a wand for free?
No.
Well, now you have.
Now I have. Cranberry Sprites, 70%, 69 and point something percent win rate on Sand King.
Wow. So that's a good win rate. You didn't need to. You didn't need the point something. I think people would get it if you had just said Cranberry Sprite 69.
That's true.
You didn't even need the win rate part. Holiday and Black Otter, the Neeks and the Spirit Breaker having a bit of a go here. Oh, okay. Holiday 1999. Good timing there on his Spike Carapace there. That baits out a snake out of Roxyroro here.
This'll come in handy.
Now it makes me want to watch closer the next time. I don't think that Medusa got any mana off of that because of the Carapace.
Well, next time we'll just have to look a little closer. I guess we could go back. Let's see, does it happen? Oh, that was right after he Carapaced here, I believe. Okay, she does indeed get mana for that. Okay. Today you learned something, kids.
This is the Learn Dota 2 League, right?
It's true. It's what it's all about. So far, Adam, very commanding lead as far as the last hits go. TA well on top there. 5 last hits over
Radiant's
Ricky.
middle tower is under attack.
Legion Commander Ricky tied for second. Overall,
Dyer's
go
Druid
here on
has been
Cranberry.
killed.
Black Otter praying to the gods, please, 17% chance. Doesn't matter, doesn't need it. Snake does the job. That is a little nasty. You don't like seeing Medusa get these early game kills. Even turning around can be kind of bad for Medusa in this patch.
I mean, it could be worse. The creep wave is in a good spot. It should be static. Cranberry shouldn't miss too many CS.
Oh, Diva. Oh, just barely getting out there. Courtesy of having boots while Bloodseeker does not. Very hairy scenario there, and Diva is, yep, gonna just have to teleport back home. Didn't get out alive. They are kind of beating up Roxy here while Spirit Breaker's away. LC is missing. Ooh, the Luck God's favored Spirit Breaker this time. Neeks Assassin's gonna go down. Roxy Roro gonna get a good amount of mana back. Cranberry Sprite gonna get punched in the face. Cranberry Sprite gonna get maybe dead. Nope. Medusa just does not have the mana for that Mystic Snake this time.
Roxy already 2 points in split shot. What's the over-under on the number of stacked camps?
I'm going to guess 0.
I guess I'll take 1. I think it will be more than 1. Let's hope. You mentioned before it's a pretty gritty lineup. Like,
yeah, you definitely would hope to see some stacking going on here. Oh, Black Otter, he's walking. Oh, never mind.
changes. Yeah.
Jackie's looking low again. This safe lane lineup from the Cranberry Sprite lineup is bullying these guys a little hard. Feels like every time I look down here, I'm seeing a Legion Commander or a Techies or both at very low HP and Bloodseekers beating people up. And notably, despite his success in that capacity, the last hits aren't really coming for him. Airbreaker has just charged over the Bloodseeker here. He's like, huh?
I'm not even sure that was communicated.
Spaz, Spaz last second there. Oh my god, DVD! Very good reaction there. DVD noticed Spaz out of position there, just knocked him out. Unfortunately, used his Frostbite there while Spirit Breaker was in the last possible moment of his Bulldoze. So. See, a little low. They know Spirit Breaker's not in town. They're going to get very aggressive. This is exactly what they should be doing. But the full wand there just means it's time to turn around. During this time, Auto von Bismarck's actually caught up to and surpassed Adam here. I mean, well, now they're at equal, but Otto's up 1-9. So Ricky and TA now have a fairly equivalent amount of last hits. In fact, in general, the Radiant is kind of gaining on their dire counterparts.
3 points in Thirst for this Bloodseeker. He has no plans of leaving that lane anytime soon, despite all the...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can blame him. So far, it's been seeming like easy life for him down here. I'll think about setting up shop. You know, you can easily just, if you want to get an easy kill with Thirst, you can easily just take a twin gate somewhere, just drop the, not Thirst, get the Rupture on somebody, and then let somebody else do the heavy lifting on this lineup, I think.
I deny you.
Black Otter, don't forget to stack when you're standing in the bushes like that around this time, sir.
Dire's middle tower is under
Dear
attack.
Black Otter.
Dear Black Otter.
Cranberry. Gonna have to pray to Ice Frog for mercy again. This time Ice Frog says okay. And okay, Spearbreaker getting a little cocky here. Now he's getting a little body blocked. And now he's getting, oh my god! Whoa! Under 50 HP there. He almost got a little dead. Sand King has a, well, hold on, what? Did Ricky just walk all the way up here?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep. I think
Yeah, he had that thirst on him, so.
that's right, yeah. Well, I mean, it saves Spearbreaker a long walk back to the fountain.
True. Wait, Black Otter, you can just hit TP or Spearbreaker. You just TP back home and charge. Ah, well.
Both Sand King and Nyx are about to hit level 6, and then I think Medusa's gotta probably think about leaving lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, Sand King's about to run into Spearbreaker here. This is an interesting spot for all these guys to be, and Ricky's over here too. Well, that's unfortunate.
This'll come in handy.
Otto von Bismarck trying to start the party early here with 2 different departures out of mid, both for the
Dire's
pause
top
5
tower is
notably.
under attack.
But this is going to really harm Medusa's position here, with Spearbreaker just constantly going to the grave
Radiant's
over and
middle
over,
tower is under
and
attack.
herself really not being able to
Dire's
intervene
top
in that
tower is under
process.
attack.
She just kind of has to take root in the GG jungle up here and hope for the best. DVD going for the first duel here, and it is a success. Oh, that's actually a double. That's pretty big.
That was a great play by the Boys of Feeder Part 2.
No, don't worry. We don't acknowledge the team names this season, so it's just going to be the
Roxy team.
Or, yeah, the Roxy team. It's going to be the Dire is what it's going to be. You good play there. That was like right at 6. Not right at
Radiant's
6, but it
bottom tower
was
is under attack.
very good position there. Gets the CM at a very awkward time. Bloodseeker personally really can't do anything about that. Roxyroro just randomly died top. Okay, what? Hold on now.
I don't think it was very random. Nyx and Sand King are both level 6.
Okay,
And
she just
rip.
kind of does not get a good return on the snake and then dies. A bit unfortunate. Adam's showing up here. TA showing up. Double damage actually. But without a stun, all he can do is just look at the Spearbreaker. That is a little unfortunate. That shows a bit of the weakness in this dire draft. If that Spearbreaker charge is not up, these guys don't really have any real ability to pursue.
Oh, there's no sentries down. They don't know Ricky's here.
Oh, this courier.
Dire's courier
No.
has been
Now they know
killed.
Ricky's here.
Yeah, that's true. There goes most of a Dragon Lance for PA, or for TA. Gonna be another 2 minutes before that comes out. DVD is here. DVD is hungry for that. Sand King, I would bet. Oh no, bro! Not like this! Oh no, my mouse had Joy-Con drift. We gotta watch that again.
Is that like Tokyo Drift?
No, that's like when your mouse just randomly... Oh my god, DVD won the duel by just a hair. That was very fortunate.
Sand King was very fortunate to get FE off just before the duel.
Yep.
And I think Techie
Well,
should
I
be
do
leading
think
now.
there was a bit of a delay, unfortunately, on the duel there. Kind of had like a second or two where they had Sand King visible LC, deciding whether or not it was worth going in on him. Definitely turned out to have been. Page is getting picked behind the tower here. This is very typical of Dota in the current patch, is the best thing I can say about this. Copycat taking up residence at mid. Nobody's here. Nobody's bothering him. TA TP's in after a while to put it all to bed. If we look at the net worth chart, Auto von Bismarck well in the lead, followed closely by Cranberry Sprite, DVD trailing afterwards. So that's Ricky at top, Sand King second place, LC third place. TA pretty close at fourth. Bloodseeker getting farther at fifth, and Roxy Roro on the Medusa is looking a little far out. They've done a pretty good job. You know, they have had spills in this top lane. They've had some success in making sure that it doesn't mean all that much. Even with all the kills, Medusa was struggling to get last hits. There were some turnarounds on her. And as a result, she is currently lounging at the bottom of the charts here and is in major danger at this moment. Is majorly dead at this moment. Ricky with the defusal blade comes out, gets her done. Black Otter chose maybe the worst place he could have charged to, unfortunately, and is now going to follow his former pause one to the grave. That is unfortunate.
I can only see one sentry, one dire sentry on their side of the
one
map.
dire sentry here.
That's it.
One dire sentry is here. Two dire sentries in the enemy jungle, that's it. And Techies explodes. And Elsie just lost a duel to Bloodseeker. Was a bit ill-advised, I must say. Just kind of started a duel at almost no HP left.
Power of circles all over the ground right now.
Holiday getting charged into a mine. Spearbreaker charged with contempt of Neek's assassin, and the penalty is death.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The Radiant now have a linear gold advantage over their Dire counterparts. Everybody's sitting above. Most notably, Ricky's sitting here 2k over TA.
Alright, attention Spearbreaker players. You need to coordinate with your team so that you make sure everybody's ready. Don't just charge
Dire's
in
top tower is under
and feed.
attack.
There we go. Charging Holiday 1999 here again, charging the Neek's assassin. Catches him off guard, but this time he's lost a little bit of that confidence. This time he thinks he's charging into 5 people again, but he's not.
I mean, that Ricky could be anywhere. Nyx could be anywhere. You don't know.
5k net worth advantage currently in favor of Radiant lineup. Seeker has himself a nice farming item. Combat music starts for appears to be no reason at all. Spearbreaker is did he mean to do that?
Dire's bottom tower
He
is
stole
under
that right from Adam. Very unfortunate. Sand King closing in on a Crimson Guard here, which is kind of a annoyance to the Legion Commander. As an LC, the Crimson Guard isn't going to mean that much to you for long. Like, you know, at the 25-30 minute mark. You know, if the... Well, no, maybe I should rephrase that. As an LC, if the Crimson Guard comes out early enough, it can be a real pain in the ass. It can make it really hard to win duels. It's coming out fairly early here, which means that DVD may be in for an ass-paining.
Dire's middle tower
I'm
is
just
under
left wondering if a halberd isn't a better item.
Well, the Halberd gets cancelled by
Dire's
duel.
middle tower has fallen.
Goodbye, Texas.
Yes. Goodbye, Peaches.
Spearbreaker comes in again. Black Otter trying to get the saves here, but this is such a hard team to get saves against, especially when you've got 1 stun on your whole lineup. I guess you have 2 with the duel. I guess techies can technically stun you as well, but it's a kind of a high... Okay, well this is awkward. If I just stand perfectly still, maybe they won't duel me!
Tower is under attack.
I'm invisible.
So if anybody believes that Roxyroro or DVD are secretly T-Rexes in real life, well, now you know. It's not true. Cranberry going for an ult here. This is pretty big looking. Oh, mama. Adam annihilated. Black Otter getting away with just a scrap of health. Very fortunately timed bulldoze. You notice he goes for the healing salve just so Ricky can't just immediately snap him out of existence if he's in an awkward spot. That's good.
That was a very well thought out Black Otter. Good job, buddy.
Are scanning.
Yes, fortunately it did not save his mid, did not save LC either, who walks into the same spot and faces the same result. Black Otter charges in again. Guess what happens now?
I hope he has a healing self.
Again. Nope. Also, that sap gets rid of the thirst. That's also very nice. This thirst has been a bit of a thorn in their side in this game. It's basically constantly giving Ricky sight of where they are. Ricky going for the Lincoln Sphere here because he's tired of getting charged, and Roxyroro just randomly dies. Alright, well that's not good. This is going to be one of these, like, 42% of games where a Medusa is in and it doesn't win, perhaps. At least it's what it's looking like at this point.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It looks like there's
Dire's
one
bottom
sentry
tower
on the
has fallen.
ground now. Maybe two.
Yeah, they're
One on the
losing
high ground and still the one in the, like...
Dire's
There's a
bottom
lot of
tower
map
is
here, but
under
wherever the
attack.
Medusa is, it's like, Medusa just needs to buy sentries and put them down.
Yeah, it's getting very awkward at this point. It's like pretty much all the vision that Dire is putting up is just going down immediately because they have such poor map control, such poor ability to even get it. Medusa gonna run out here, gonna ult, looking for Neek's assassin. Bravely turns around and starts. Oh, that could have been a huge situation. Well timed slow there, prevents anything from going wrong. DVD in an awkward spot. Really nice rupture there from the Bloodseeker. Just puts poor Legion Commander the worst spot possible. Can't run, can't stop, just dies. Copycat
Well,
double kill.
The Legion was looking to duel, but couldn't do so because of the Ricky circle on the ground,
Yep.
which...
Had
Dire's
slows
middle
there
tower
as
is
well,
under attack.
coming out of the Crystal Nova, for example. We've got a few slows on this team. I don't know exactly which one was doing it. 1,254 more money right into the hands of the Cranberry Sprite lineup, which is now 12k in the lead.
Dire's middle tower
Medusa in a very sad situation. Spirit Breaker tries to charge in and intervene, but this time history has decided to change. Oh no, Bloodseeker's Courier, at least he gets his item off of
has
it.
been killed.
History has now changed as Ricky has a Lincoln, so he can't charge him anymore.
Dire's middle
Brave
tower
go
is
here
under
from
attack.
Spirit Breaker.
Dire's middle tower has
And it has paid off. Cranberry Sprite is down. Unfortunately, they didn't get the dual win, but that's still definitely a W at this point, even if he does die for it. Radiant have just had absolute dominant control over this area for a very long time, and now that's going to be turning around a little bit. Never mind. They don't need him, they've decided.
I mean, the Dire team needs to spread out, like, needs to push waves. There's no reason for Radiant not to just be 5-manning right down mid right now.
My heart.
Well, there is a good reason, and that's that they're getting picked off doing so now. They've lost both supports in trying to maintain their presence here.
Radiant's bottom
this
tower.
juncture
I
is
think
a
you're gonna
pretty
see
good chunk of
Radiant.
change.
You're gonna see Radiant go for Roche now.
More than likely. They have been proven mortal and they no longer want to be that. Cranberry Sprite going for the pipe event side here. Bloodseeker takes 2 wisdom runes because he is not a fan of Spaz or Holiday. Cranberry Sprite getting charged. They think better. They knew it was coming. They knew it was coming, but not that it was stopped. That was some mind games right there. Otto von Bismarck, scripting / hacking. Look for it on your Overwatch soon. That's a joke, he didn't really do that. For the record.
Alright, so the Spirit Breaker should just be able to push out the side lanes now, at least top. It's not safe for any of the cores to show up in a lane right now, I don't think.
That's true, but that's not going to stop them from trying.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Wow, even not showing up in a lane and they still get killed.
Radiant's middle tower.
Oh, that's rough.
Bloodseeker just ruptured the Spirit Breaker, who had his bulldoze up, and it didn't even matter. He still died before it wore off.
Under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This one is definitely feeling like it's fallen off the rails. Roxyroro is at least doing the right thing, just trying to push up the opposite wave.
Dire's
Stay
mean,
where the enemy team
has
isn't.
fallen.
Unfortunately, the sacrifice that you must make for doing that at this point is your Tormentor, who's going to give Crystal Main a free Aghanim shard, which is going to make this
Radiant's
particular
middle
circle
tower
even
is under
nastier.
attack. Radiant's middle tower
Adam
has
got rid of a
fallen.
tower here. T1 mid for Radiant is the first tower that the Dire have taken this entire game. Meanwhile, Dire has one outer tower remaining. So if you judge the flow of Dota games by objectives, it's not a great one. If you judge the flow of Dota games by auras, Pipe of Insight just came out on the Sand King. Ricky going shit stick here.
I mean, this is giving Dire at least a chance to put some sentries down on that half of the map. Maybe they can get enough vision to win a fight
Radiant's top tower is under
for that
attack.
top tower.
I'll be blunt enough to say that I don't think vision or the lack thereof is going to particularly tilt their chances in in battle. I think Ricky can, at this point, just kind of eat whoever he wants, whether they see him coming or not. I think it's going to be more of a question of how they strategically avoid battling and how they keep a game going until they can at least have the most slim possibility of winning one.
Nyx Assassin's hunting the Medusa?
Yeah, in the GG jungle. Oh my god. Cranberry Sprite talking about how it stinks.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I gotta say, it's looking a little awkward so far for the Roxyroro 1 experiment. One game is certainly way too early to call it, but it does feel like this is an awkward debut for him. Sitting here on a very high-powered hero on a team where, you know, the Dire probably have an overall draft disadvantage, but it's not a significant one. It's not a significant one enough. They can probably knock it out.
How closer is anybody on Dire to a BKB here? That if their cores can get BKBs, then
Adam is about to have his, not that far away. Ninja Commander has no money and is getting bullied by Bloodseeker. Never mind! Bloodseeker,
a lot of gold.
yeah. That was super awkward.
Legion's halfway to BKB then.
Yeah. See if she goes for it. She's not got anything cute.
Is Dusa working on a Lincoln's?
Working on Scotty. Fireman smoke coming out. Techies is going to less than subtly reveal that there's a smoke going on. They also find the TA there. Medusa snakes a king's ransom of 1 creep.
Dire are scanning.
This is getting a little awkward. It seems like with the recent smashing of Bloodseeker's head, the Radiant have felt like their momentum has been a little blunted. Though it is easy, it's easy to think that with an LC, but do keep in mind that this little item right here is 70% of the reason why Bloodseekers died. That item is a lot less threatening if more than one person at a time takes on that Legion Commander. Nyx Assassin getting a free shard here. He is now going to be very, very fast, and is now going to be even more of an existential nightmare for Medusa to deal with. And look at all these Lotuses he's getting. Radiant moving to Roche. Well, if there's some confidence issues, this will certainly put them to bed.
Dire have taken their second tower now. Bottom T1 went down.
Medusa's doing this ancient camp. She does know how to throw the snakes at it, so that's good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Not that you've ever been in a game where somebody didn't throw snakes at the ancients.
Fallen to the Radiant.
Never.
DVD has decided to heed your wisdom from like 4 days in the future and start building up this BKB.
So this Spirit Breaker could definitely have a lot more money. Just by charging down lanes and keeping the waves pushed, forcing at least someone like the CM or the Nyx back to defend.
It is a little scary to do that when it's
This'll come in
like
handy.
you are going to lose the 1v1 to everybody, which is just kind of Spirit Breaker problems.
Oh, I mean, they've got,
Okay.
got the Ricky.
Oh, but this smoke cloud, they don't actually have the BKB to get rid of the silence.
Yeah.
A bit unfortunate. Again, it felt like there was just a hint of hesitation on the Legion Commander there. I think if they just pop the Blade Mail, just immediately duel
Dire's
first
top tower
opportunity
is
there,
under attack.
things go a lot nicer. And I'm pretty sure Ricky was visible the whole time, though it could have not been the case and I could be flaming for no reason.
Isn't it, you can use items while dueling now, can't you? Like, you can just duel and then pop BKB? Or pop your Blade Mail? I think that was a change in 7.33.
I believe so. I know Troll Warlord can do that. So everyone likes him all of a sudden. Look how much Peaches likes Troll Warlord. Bloodseeker Butterfly queued up.
We're about to pass the 20k net worth lead. I mean, a Medusa High Ground's no joke, though.
Yeah, it's the perhaps meanest thing about this hero right now is the ability to just send Manta Illusions, just basically kill a lane. It is ridiculously hard to push into that. It just kind of kills the creeps, and it's not really too easy to do anything about that. Up, Spirit Breaker pops the Lincolns, donated kindly to Bloodseeker by Autobot Bismarck. Spirit Breaker steps forward, has to go back. Medusa ults, gets the CM for it. No hesitation this time on the Legion Commander, but unfortunately this time the situation did not favor her quite so much. 5 people go down in very quick succession to a combination of a Sand King ult and a couple of very angry circle guys known as Bloodseeker and Ricky. I think you might be able to write this one off at this point. Perhaps. I mean, it is Medusa, so I guess you can never say never, potentially. At the very least, we can admire this statue from DVD, though we can't look at it in Street View anymore because Gabe decided that spectators being able to do that was just simply too powerful.
Wait, you can't hit I?
Well, you can hit I, it's just that on Spectate Client it does that. You needed to click the button before, and now it doesn't do that. You can still do it, you just have to unbind the hotkey now, which is awkward. And I don't really want to do that, because having the ability to look at people's buyback is slightly more important than being able to look at your funny statue, unfortunately. Well, not to me, but I know people like that knowledge.
Does anybody have buyback on Dire?
Let's find out. I believe pretty much everyone does, yeah. LC, Medusa, Techies all have buyback. TA is just shy, Spirit Breaker just shy. Oh, Dire still have 1 Rax to defend themselves with. Sand King has heeded your advice from weeks into the future and has supplemented his Crimson Guard with a Heaven's Halberd. So now it's the illusion of free choice for poor LC, and by that I mean it's the illusion of being able to right-click for poor Medusa.
And this is where, like, the downside to a Legion or a Magnus, like these Blink Blade Mail initiators is, you know, at least if there was a pipe on the Dire team, that would go a long way against the Nyx, the CM, and the Sand King, who are just
And
pumping
nothing
out
but magic damage, yeah. But unfortunately, it's pretty difficult to find a place to start building that as LC when you really need so much to stay competitive, and that's not going to help you do it, like, personally. And if you're literally a walking aura, I mean, I know that's the stereotype of this patch, but I mean, you're really not doing much. BKB has come out on the LC. Techies has gone out to pasture. Spearbreaker has stopped his charge less than 1 second after starting it. Bloodseeker is, as mentioned, just kind of tearing buildings apart here. Legion Commander looking to duel somebody, but not finding anybody. Medusa coming in with ult here. The only person she really wants is CM. Does get stunned, but after the damage has already come out. And now once again, the Roxyroro lineup going back to the shower as Adam calls it quits. We're going home for game 1.
Dire's bottom barracks. Radiant
Sand King finishes just shy of the Holy Trinity. Did not have Guardian Greaves, but did have Pipe Crimson.
It's true. So, the very interesting scenario here for the Roxyroro lineup is that it looked like these guys are a little lost when they're playing from behind. Looks like they're a little lost when they're down. See if they can either avoid that pitfall or just simply not be down in game 2.